play MegaMek on Mondays. Well, every other Monday. Let's face it. I've got a life to live. I'd love to do this more, but it takes a lot of time and energy. I mean, I got to go through and update. I'm looking at these dossiers here. I'm like, oh man, August 9th, 3027. It is October 30th, 3030. So we are 3 years behind on these dossiers. Air Gun's got to step it up and, you know, do that like office work here. If you're tuning in, hello. If you are watching on the VOD, hello as well. It's been a nice day. I'm excited to be back. There's lots of cool stuff happening in the BattleTech world. Lots of cool stuff happening locally. We have tournaments coming up. I say tournaments. There's one that's been announced in terms of tournament. That is the Crossroads Grand Tournament. It has been a Game of War and Mordheim event for years, but this year, a friend of mine, Zess, who has been winning a bunch of Gen Con and Adepticon events, he is running a BattleTech Grand Tournament for the first time ever. So I'm going to be there. So many members of the Legion and podcast are going to be there. So if you listen to the podcast, you can meet a bunch of us. If you are interested in Iliad play, it's basically going to be Iliad. A few changes based off of Zess's instincts for a format and adapting things. Because, mind you, Iliad is meant for League play. Here is Cheddar, my wonderful and lovely co-host. It is no longer snowy. She just not worn that jacket in a minute. And she got a bath earlier. So she is probably plastered out on my bed, getting it wet, drying off. Last time, first of all, we got our revenge. That's the important one. So, the session before last, we kind of had towards the end of the session, we had a mission. It was just supposed to be a walkthrough, right? Get across the map. Fills are generally easy peasy. This is not a big deal. But it was miserable. It was a slog. We lost a mech. We managed to salvage the pilot, but we lost one of our mechs, and it was the closest to actually losing I think we've ever gotten. So in the next mission, we had our big boys show up, and they wrecked house. They brought it. They decimated. They took completely wrecked the enemy force, and that was that. We left and we started a new contract. We are fighting on behalf of the Federated Suns against the Draconis Combine Mustard Soldiery, and our very first mission was in fact an official challenge, which we won easily, hands down. Let's pop into Mech HQ. Hello, here is my bald, shiny face. Actually, my bald, shiny head. My face, I did just shave, is kind of bald. I'm not sure if I say it was shiny, but it is here. Let's adjust this. I like my camera being a little bit more over that way. Hello. So we are picking up where we left off here. We did not have a mission set. We just have a decisive victory on official challenge. Boom. Let's take a look at our personnel here. You might have seen the dossiers pop up, but we have Irgun, who is a true-born deep cover operator / mech warrior. I love that I can do that. Just throwing that out there. He is a secret Clan Jade Falcon watch operative in the inner sphere. Well, if you guys have watched this before, you know this, but to anybody new, the whole concept is Irgun is a lone operative with some funding and materials from Clan Jade Falcon, who did not like when the Wolf's Dragoons went silent, and it just did not like the whole Wolf's Dragoon thing to begin with. So they sent him in with limited clandestine resources. They weren't sending him in with his own satellite and manufacturing facilities. No, nobody outside of the Clan Jade Falcon watch and con is supposed to know. Hence, a lone warrior with his own mech and enough finances to get started. So our goal is to complete a contract of veteran or elite level with every great house. And if we look at our previous missions, right, we'll start with, 30-25 here, right? Enemy experience, right? This is how we determine its enemy experience here, right? This is what we're dealing with. Second contract, veteran, right? So this is working for the Draconis Combine. We'll say technically we're good with Draconis Combine. Federated Sons, regular. Then we have Compelling Confederation, regular. And we have Compelling Confederation, regular. Yeah, so we have only finished the Draconis Combine, which is good because we are at the point where they have their whole anti-mercenary system now, so we couldn't really get a job with them anyway. We show up, they're going to attack us. So they are our enemies, and we are here, and we are fighting. In our command lance, if this will open for me, there we go. We have Ergun, a 2-3. Sherry Hopscotch, Sandvik, a 2-3. Her best thing is that she has jumping jack. So she's really good at jumping. She's in an Ostrock. I believe a special custom jumping Ostrock. Yeah, see, Emerald Cast 1. Yep. We have Edith Talltail, Osthus. There was an RPG thing that triggered where everybody had to go around and tell a sort of an exaggerated lie about their lives. We had all the characters roll charisma or a bluff check. I forget exactly what it was. And she did stellar. Everyone lost their mind about her tail, and that's how she became Talltail. Gordana Banana, Corporal Gordana Banana Peel Matsui. She loves to run in, loves to kick, and also loves to fall over at the same time, despite the fact that she has 3 piloting. In her secondary lance, we have Winch, Sergeant Durgadasa Winch Kilaka, who Winch, he showed up as a random prompt, basically saying, hey, I'm awesome, you want to hire me? So we did, and he proceeded to never let us down in how badass and awesome he is. We really like Winch. Wingman, he's honestly, it works. He's been just kind of a solid, I'm also here shooting things guy. Kathleen the Machine, she was our backup pilot for so long. We finally used her once, and she just headshot murdered 3 things in one mission. So she is the machine, and she's consistently done pretty well. And Grace, she's smart, she does good things, she's also been doing well. I'm really happy with how our pilots have been performing lately. So, knock on wood, knock on actual real wood. Do I have any real wood near me? Yes, I do. There we go. Knock on wood. She's not gonna die. Nobody's gonna die. Everybody's gonna keep doing awesome. But let's go back to our personnel and see here. We've got 81. I don't think that's enough for her, but let's expand out to all of our personnel and say yes, 145 experience for this soldier in our security platoon. Well, yeah. Let's go by profession here. Yeah, admin. We are going to go take advantage of the mass training. Right, primary role. Admin. Where is admin? Admin command. Skill. We want to up admin. Target skill level. Oh, we got nobody in admin command. What about admin logistics? There we go. Spend XP. Admin transport. There we go. Spend XP. Fantastic. Alright, and now we have Aztecs. We want them to learn Aztec. There we go. Boom. Leveled up. We have mechanics. Mechanic. We want to upgrade. I believe it is tech mechanic. There we go. Upgrade. Now we want tech mech. Mech tech. There we go. Tech mech. Mech tech. Tech mech. There we go. We haven't done this in a minute, so this is gonna up a bunch of stuff here. What else do we have? We have mech techs, we have mechanics, we have medics. Oh boy. Quick train. Nope. Mass personnel trading. We want our medics to go up in skill. Medic. Thrilling, I know. Oh, I'm only on top chat. I want to see live chat. There we go. See, everybody's in here. MedTech. There we go. Great. Alright. We're not worried about our mech warriors. Who's us over here? Data Intercept Operator. Ultra Green. He is, yeah, with us. He's got sensor operations and communications. Yeah. It's a quick train. Let's do this. Purchase the Odysseus Legion troop training. Improve other command skills. Quick train designed to supplement mass training. Tell select personnel to spend their XP to improve their professional skills. Marked with a star in the character panel. So there and there, great. Piece of the glass are full, singular, continuous. Yeah, improve command skills. Target level 5. Sure, continuous. Bam, see what happens. There we go. It's gone to green. Lovely. Who else has a ton of experience? Him. Admin HR. Why can he not? Quick train. Other command skills. There we go. He was able to do stuff. Does anyone else have a giant poly experience? Yeah. The soldiers. All of these people who... Yeah, signal jamming specialist. We don't need you. The vehicle crew, soldier vehicle crew. Alright. These guys, quick train. Leadership, safe skill, scouting. Oh no, we want a mass personnel, primary role, soldier, skill. Oh boy, what skills do they even need? Small arms, there we go. There we go, small arms. Done. Vehicle crew ground. We want them to learn. Ooh. Yeah, they are gunnery vehicle, piloting vehicle. Beep. Piloting. I'm fine with piloting vehicle. Boom. Done. Alright. Signal jamming specialist. We're gonna... Boom. Mech base schedule, quick train. Yes. Doctor, I think we're good here. I think nobody's in triple digits of experience. That's what's important. And now we can really start advancing the day. We have our main crew in the repair bay, but it seems like, yep, one instant salvage does all of it. Time for employee turnover check. Continue. Target number, we're good. Nobody's at a 3 whatsoever. Bang. Done. +2, they're wavering. Alright. Awards, yeah. Cool, let's keep going. And remember, we are searching for a dropship. You know, using convo, you balance, accept. Let's keep going. Oop, we have an engagement. A diversion. The enemy is deployed a delaying force to stall or advance towards a critical objective. Their mission to slow us down, bleed our forces, and buy time for their reinforcements to fortify their position. Your task is to push through their blockade and continue the advance. Victory will be achieved in one of 2 ways. Ensure at least 50% of your forces reach the far edge of the engagement zone, bypassing enemies' attempt to hold your place. Alternatively, if they commit too heavily to blocking your path, you destroy at least 75% of your forces. I say we're feeling aggressive. We are going to use our command lance, 10,000 BV. Confirm. We don't need any second buddy. No. How do I unselect? That's not what I want. I don't want to send any of these. Okay. Does that by accidentally clicking it? Command Lance and the cicada. No! Undeploy. I can't undeploy. Why that is so annoying that I accidentally clicked and I couldn't unclick. Alright, briefing room. GM mode. You deploy. Alright, GM mode. Alright, we'll just remove her from something. Deploy. Cancel. Alright. Start game, join game, explain love, resolve manual, reset deployment. That button isn't available. It'll probably be available tomorrow. Alright. Reset deployment. Yes. Deploy. Command Lance. Confirm. Yeah. And see, you can't accidentally click this because it won't let you unclick it. Commit. Thank you. There we go. They are sending 11,227 BV. We out BV them. We're going to go for the kill. Light Gale, we're fine with that. Map size, we're fine with that. Daylight clear. We are good to go. Start this up. Your boys integrated unit. Commence drop. We'll put up the load screen. Might take a minute. Always takes a minute to load up the first instance of MegaMek here. Still not loaded. Alright, let's try this again. Here we go. Alright, load this up. We are... double check game options here. Alright, we're all set. Load up MegaMek. Make sure our screen is sized so that we get our little units into your spots. Alright. And you're gone. Sherry, Edith, Gordana. Everybody's in their little spot, so you guys can see little health window in the upper right. Fantastico. And you know what? I feel a little teal. I'm gonna double check something real quick and see if I can't. My light's more green. There we go. Or bird green. There we go. Bang. You know, presentation matters in my opinion. I don't know if you can tell that I put a bunch of effort into the presentation of this. You know, colorful lights, graphics. I've started working on an introduction video, but that hasn't you know, haven't made that actually happen yet. So let's take a look here. We are deploying to the south. No minefields. I don't do the minefields. Hell with that. Alright, so we are deploying to the south. We have tried to get to the north. And look, there's a whole river and a whole canyon. So we have to go this way. I mean, I think our mission is actually to kill everything. And look at this. This little spot right here. This looks like an Edith murder spot. So I think we're Sometimes in these missions they spawn behind you and chase you. Sometimes they spawn in front of you, head down. So this is going to be tricky on exactly where we want to stay. But I think we are going to start with Edith right here. Edith right here, working her way to this heavy woods. And see what happens. And everybody else, let's just spawn nearby and see what happens. You don't have to play this too silly. And there we go. Yeah, they all spawn to the middle. Alright, so let's take a look at the enemy forces here. We have Nap Time in a Javelin. 3-4. Shadow, just a Shadowhawk, an Ostrock, Crusader, Warhammer, Courage. Courage, a 3-4 Archer, Warhammer, Wasp, Firestarter, Singer, Locust. Okay, so I mean, a 3-4 Archer is kind of scary, but I'm happy their named experienced pilots are not in the Warhammers. So I think we got this just from this position. So obviously, Edith, we're gonna get you on your road to happiness. Your gun, yeah, run forward 5. That's fine with me. Hopscotch. I want to get you in a position to potentially jump over, but you want to be in those woods when you start jumping over. Alright, depth 1. Let's double check something here. Do we have jump jets in the feet? No, we do not. We have heat sinks. So we'll probably jump here. Ooh, we only have jump 4 right now. High gravity, isn't there? Yeah, jump 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then from there, we can jump into the woods. Alright, so we're good. Gordana Banana. Who does want to kick? Yeah, so the problem here is we're not going to get into close range with these guys anytime soon. So we're going to sort of probably relax our way across. Because with our skill, we're going to have a better opportunity to engage in long range, right? And our allies, their TMMs are a lot less. So they're going to probably be the main targets because Princess chooses the easiest targets. And you know what? That's fair. You know, most of the time, if I'm playing, I'm going to go for the easy targets too. So, but we have... Alright, let's do damage high... Range high-low. There we go. We will... What should we focus on? We need to get the Warhammers out. We need to get the Warhammers out, and that's a priority. Cluster is solid. We'll do a solid slug. Done. Cherry. Hopscotch. I think Airgun's going to want to take that war. Airgun's fighting Warhammer. Let's check the unit ID. ID 34. Warhammer 34. Airgun wants to duel. Wants at least one turn of pretending he's got, you know, Zell bring it on. Edith might actually have to back up because things are getting into medium range. Everything's in beautiful long range right now, and she is going to go after Courage. Missile versus missile. Do we have more missiles? The answer is yes, we do. Alright, range high-low. Get that PPC out. Shoot that Stinger. Because you don't care. You guys don't care about grouping. Your gun's the only one who calls out, that Warhammer's mine, and he hits with one of the PPC. Alright, we have misses, we have misses. We have Tall Tale coming in, need 6 rolls 5. Well, she hits with 1. And we're going through, and we can't find how to get her the cluster bonus. Oh, I want her to have a cluster bonus. But we'll figure that out. Alright, weapons, weapons. Lots of misses, lots and lots of misses. We're all done there. Starting with some big whiffs. Your gun has a limited movement. Alright. Edith. You know what, Edith? I'm gonna save. That's probably not gonna move far, but we're gonna wait. Gordana, get that TMM1. We already know where we're going with here. We're gonna jump into that water. Alright, air gun. Yep, get that 1 TMM. Unless we have Edith, who we want to make sure has that. There we go. Yep, we want to move 1 hex forward. We do want to move into those woods. Done. And our allies are being kind of... Alright, so this is where we want... View bots commands display. Here we go. Pause game maneuver. Set behavior. Alright, so... This is the bot command display for Princess. It allows you to sort of give them orders. And I'm sorry, we need to actually move forward here. Change the bot behavior maneuver. Alpha strike. No prisoner. Stay at range. Disperse. Tight formation. Loose. Hold the line. Double time march. Final glory. Charge recklessly for ultimate heroism. Max aggression and bravery. Yes. That's what I want you to do. I want you to charge forward, okay? We can murder them if you actually just, you know, do the murder stuff. Alright, so we want Warhammer 31, was it? No, 34. That's the one. This is the one your gun's going after. PPC, PPC, LB10. Baby, done. Easy peasy. Alright, everybody else is going to be opportunistic. So we have here Ostrak, Locust, Crusader. I think we take an easy shot on the Locust before it can get out and maneuver with the PPC. And hey, we can hit it with a laser. I think next turn we're jumping next to the cliff, so we will be able to cool off. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to dramatically overheat. Edith, you know where you're going. You know what you're shooting at. Done. And Gordana, who's sad because she's not in close to anything yet. Yeah, the Ostrak on 9s. I don't like that because it's got the positive quirk. So, Gordana. Yeah, let's see if we can just kill that Locust. 2 PPCs, if they connect, that Locust is gone. Alright, get our gun. Hit, hit, hit. 30 damage. We have a right torso, right arm critical, center torso. No actual critical, but we're cracking. We're cracking it open, slowly. Ostrak shooting at her gun, no luck. Our Ostrak shooting and does connect with the PPC. Does connect with one of the medium lasers. So that is armor stripped from the CT. Edith. Oh, excuse me. Edith, come on. Need 6 rolls 3, need 6 rolls 4. Horrible luck. Alright, enemy Warhammer does connect with air gun. Ouch on the CT. You have lots and lots of misses. We have the enemy archer also connecting with air gun. 5 and 4. Lots more guns coming at air gun, and they all miss. So he's taking some damage, you know, in the lead. But he's also dealing out some damage. Alright. This is where we are going to have to do the next player button. Like, come on, guys. Come on. What the hell is this? Don't be cowards. There we go. Alright. Make the easy move first. Hopscotch. You're going to hopscotch there. Move. Done. Because you... Oh, and I think we're playing with the new water rules, making things a little bit easier. Okay. Where Courage moved, and I believe is going to be in long weapon range. Yes. Edith, don't move. Because now you should be able to actually get with that hit with that 4. All right, your gun. All right. We back up. You can only back up 1. All right. I hate that. Yeah, because we're 3-5. Yep, and there's a rifleman in the way. All right. Where did that Warhammer go? Right there? No, we want to build that TMM up still. We can go there. That is level 1. They are all on level 1. That's at a hill that would give me partial cover. So that is actually a good spot to move. Even if I have to torso twist and deal with it. Yeah, Gordana, run forward. Bang. Alright, we have gun, torso twist, and your front arc goes this way, so you can't get all of your guns at that Warhammer, which is out of sight anyway. So, any Warhammer out of sight. Let's see if we can kill that Stinger. Well, no. 8s, 9s, yeah. 2 PPCs, we're not gonna waste the ammo on it. Hey, Tad! You really didn't miss that much, just some administrative stuff, getting our guys ready to fight, and now we are in a battle. We have 2 options here right now. We either have to run all of our units up to the top of the map and escape out the north, or we have to blow up 75% of our enemy. And we've defaulted to the blow up route because I think we're stronger. And this big old river in the way here, that's going to be a pain in the butt to try to get across. So right now, we have our little jumping guy, Hopscotch here, is in the water and can't see anything because of the cliff face. So it's not going to be shooting any guns. And here we have our giant missile machine, Tall Tail, who is going to be shooting missiles at Courage. Courage is the enemy archer. And yeah, we're going to fire those. Done. Gordana. So this is Gordana Matsui, aka Banana Peel, because she keeps running up to try to kick things in her giant robot suit, and then she falls over. So, you know, that got her the nickname Banana Peel. She is going to shoot at this locust. Again, just kind of make some pot shots on the little guys. Try to knock them off the board. Alright, here's what happens. Their gun does connect and destroys the right leg of that Stinger, which is nice, but he misses with a second gun. Lots of people missing. Edith does shoot her long-range missile 20 missiles at the archer. 2 of them. The first one connects with 12 missiles, the second one connects with all 20 missiles and is just chopping off armor. Some misses. Enemy Crusader, no, Allied Crusader hits the enemy Warhammer. Warhammer number 2, dealing some damage there. Warhammers shoot back. Not much to talk about. Lots of missing. The enemy Warhammer does fall over, and the enemy pilot automatically falls over, does take a head hit, rolls a 2, and blacks out. So that thing's not long. Our allies under the AI control are basically all going to group fire into that immobile Stinger, which does not stand much of a chance. It's a tiny little guy. It's a tiny, tiny little guy. It's actually, you know what? Hold on a second here. I'm going to pull up. All right. How do I... Is there an easy way to do this? So remember, there's some kind of command key here. Alright. So that's the archer. For people unknown, that's the missile guy that we're shooting at. And our missile guy is this thing. This is the longbow. This thing has so many missiles. It is just a walking missile machine. So we out missile their missiles. That's the basic assumption here. So here we go. All right, we're back to it. Yeah. The designs on these robots are pretty darn cool. I wish in MegaMek you could pull up the picture so it could really show, because I mean, these little sprites, they match, but they don't quite tell the story. Like, MegaMek is free. MegaMek accurately represents the board game, but it doesn't quite give you the same spectacle. But it is what it is. Where were we? All right, Edith. We're on movement. We are gonna wait here. We're gonna hit the next player button, the secret strategy, which is let the ally move so we can see what happens. And of course, our allies are just running up into that corner. Okay, let's see if we can... Alright, bot commands. Priority target. Alright, okay. Can we set maneuver? Face a careful aim. Set behavior. Yep, nope. I was hoping we could... Special hex display, create edit note. I want to see if I can get... here. What does that do? Edit note. Okay. There's a little note there. Note here. Got it. Alright. Bot commands display. Priority target. Alright, that's only targets. I can't set a priority target to a hex, it seems. Yeah, because that would be handy. Be like, okay, guys, I want the bot to go over somewhere specific, but no. Alright, because right now they're just grouping over here, which would be hilarious if the enemy suddenly had artillery. But they don't. So we're alright. There's the Warhammer airguns trying to kill. Hiding like a coward. No surprise. Alright. Well, they are running around in the woods. I think we could just continue moving forward. Let's try to get a pincer move. Have our little allied squad just stand right here, distract them, and then we move around and try to get them from behind, or split their forces. Make it rain missiles for sure. Alright, Edith. Is your target in range? Is there anything you want to do? No. Skip movement. Just stay in those woods and lob missiles. That is your mission. Hopscotch, on the other hand, can jump 3 to go here. And if she's in those woods, all of these enemies you can see do not have line of sight. It is only this Ostrock and that Locust that can move. I think that's... Okay, we have one more good next player to hit. There we go. Ostrock moved out of the way. So now Sherry Hopscotch is in a very good position to jump right there and not be shot at by much of anything. Alright. Shots. Alright, so that's the immobile stinger. We don't need to worry about that. Your gun, 52% chance. He wants to shoot at that Warhammer, but yeah, that's 2 at 9s versus this Crusader is 2 at 7s. 81 versus 52. I think we should blast the crap out of that Crusader caught out of position here. Although that fire starter is in short range. And then Crusaders are a lot of armor to chew through. No. Gordana is going to... Yeah. She's going for it. There we go. She's going to the fire starter. Obviously, Sherry... Still 70% chance with the lasers. That's sweet. Oh, look at all that. Yep, she's going to Alpha Strike. Build up a whole bunch of heat. Urgun's gonna join the party. And 68. I don't think we're cracking armor on that Crusader. So we're not gonna cluster shot that thing, but we will fire more lasers, gain a little bit of heat. And obviously, missiles versus missiles is still going to continue happening. Boom. Alright. Gordana connects with a single medium laser. Ugh, that's sad. Alright, hopscotch. Oh, look at that. Sherry hits with everything. I mean, she needs 3s. 3s on 2d6. It's almost a certainty. I think of like a 90% chance to do it, so there we go. But that is PPC and 4 medium lasers. That is 30 damage right there into that Crusader. Starting the process of... Oh! Head. Alright, Irgun gets the head, breaches armor, gets into the internal structural, critical hit right into the cockpit. He just sniped right into the head of that Crusader. So all of that overheating we just did ended up being useless. But, oh, then continues to connect with all that. And we have... That's still going to be really good salvage. That's the important part. That is salvage. Alright, Edith misses, needs 5 rolls 4. Aww. But does connect with the first one, so we're doing alright. And yep, that Stinger's destroyed because everything's concentrating on the Stinger, and we're good. And continuing on. We are at 98%. They are at 83%, so we are chewing through with them. I do think we should... Ooh, that's ended up being a sprint. Oh, because I overheated. Yeah, I even overheated to kill the thing that I ended up getting a headshot on. Alright, let's hit that next player button. Let's let our allies just basically group up in that corner with the no evasion. Got a gun, you move forward. Alright, Edith. Let's check your range brackets. Courage didn't move. There we go. You have your very simple strategy. Alright, Gordana. You are getting close. Sadly, this is level 0, depth 1, -1. I don't think we can even get there from there. But here we go. Progress is being made. The pincer move is happening. It is a jump of 4, which we don't like, but we're fine with. Go for that locust. Stinger pilot death. Got Stinger shooting at the head. Alright. Their gun does not have line of sight on his main Warhammer target. Sadly. But yeah, we'll have him snipe out. Snipe out that locust. And yeah, 4 lasers in that locust. We're going. We're keeping up the pressure. We're keeping up the pressure. Missiles. And last but not least, Gordana Banana, who She doesn't have any arm guns. Because I want her to be able to punch. So she can't do anything. She misses the turn of firing. Alright. Here we go. Her gun destroys the left arm. Does damage to the right leg of that locust, but doesn't pierce the armor. That's sad. Ostrock does connect with... Oh, we got an engine crit. That's nice. But nothing particularly lethal. We're just getting through the armor on that locust. Edith connects with both big guns for 16 and 12 missiles. Total 28. That's not bad. And lots of just allies and enemies shooting at each other and stuff happening, but nothing particularly impressive. Ally Crusader is shooting at our Edith's archer target. And it does stand. Our Allied Crusader does fall. And we have melees. Obviously, Hopscotch is going to kick. Boom. Kicks. Left leg destroyed. Beautiful. Our guys stand. They fall. 2 total hits. Still conscious. Not a bad turn. Let's keep going. We are going to continue our pincer movement this way. Yeah, we can't make it there. We have to make it all the way here to move up and go around. But that's okay. We have Edith, who's just going to barrage them with missiles until they're dead. And namely this guy. Alright, immobile prone. Oh, immobile. It tried to stand up. I'm guessing it tried to stand up, fell down again. Pilot took more hits. That's my guess of what happened there. In the meantime, it is 13 out of 14 heat, so she's getting spicy. So we don't necessarily want to keep pushing it just this second. So we're going to jump. No, we should jump forward. We should jump right there. The Warhammer can see us, but the Warhammer will be shooting through, yeah, woods. Yep. Oh, line of sight blocked. Never mind. Or, nope, height 2. There we go. Warhammer 2, 1 intervening woods. Range 4. Yeah, 1 intervening heavy woods. Wait, did they say intervening heavy woods? Yes, okay, that's good. That's what we want. We want to make sure that that woods is intervening. Boom. Jump. Keep jumping, Hopscotch. Oh wait, I'm using the wrong... There we go. I had my the wrong screen thingy on. Here we go. Yep, the locust kept trying to stand up and blacked out. Alright, your gun. Primary targets out of sight. We're not going to waste shots on the mobile locust. We are, however, going to blast the crap out of that fire starter. Fire starter has not taken that much damage. Alright. Thank you for joining, Tad. Yeah, solid slug. We're doing it. Have a good walk with Rico. Alright. Hopscotch. We do not want to deal more damage to courage. We could get some Ostrock on Ostrock violence here. Which... Alright, we are 3 over. We are trying to cool off a little bit, actually. Yeah, let's get those 2 lasers into that wasp. And missiles on missiles, we're keeping it up. And we have no arm gun on this Battlemaster, and nothing's gonna happen there. Alright, let's see what happens. Alright, you got a gun, shoots first. Miss with the PPC, needs 4 rolls, 3. Here's... So your gun has natural aptitude gunnery. So he rolls 3d6 and keeps the best 2. So rolling a 3 means he rolled a 2, a 1, and a 1. Just, ouch. Ouch. Alright. Damage, damage, damage. So, it does breach the CT, but no critical. Sadly. Alright, let's keep going here. Hopscotch does connect with a medium laser into the right torso of that wasp. Critical structure. 1 internal remaining on the right torso. Excellent. Firestarter, medium laser glancing blow. We're alright here. Bunch of other stuff happening. Edith. Edith is not... What is all of these low rolls on our side here? Needs 5 rolls 4. Alright, alright. Lots and lots of missing. Lots and lots of nothing. But we do have double punch on the legs. Boom. Hey! 6 damage. 3 internal. There we go. Critical hit upper leg and jump jet. Left leg, right leg. Bang. That's some nice punching. Alright, we're going to continue the pincer movement. Your gun, just move forward. Cordana, you move there. Let's see if we can't get you to cross this. Cross the gap. Well, Edith, is your target still in long range? Yes. Skip movement. And there is no hiding from Edith. Alright. We have cooled off slightly on Hopscotch here. But what to do? I mean, we get in minimum range of this Warhammer. The PPCs no longer a threat. So many choices. Not all of them good. But I do kind of like the idea of jumping 3 and try to kick this Ostrock in the face. That's what we're doing. We're facing. Alright. Choices. Alright. Let's crit seek on that wasp. 1 PPC. 2 medium lasers into that. Alright, here we go. We are trying not to overheat again, so we can get a better shot on somebody's rear next turn. And simple solution. Missiles. Done. And finally, Gordana can shoot at something. On 12. On 15. Oh no, we don't have the head. Center torso. On 8. Fine. Done. There we go. Alright. Destroyed by damage. There we go. Center torso destroyed. That's not good salvage, but it's only a wasp anyway. Bunch of random stuff happening that we don't care about. Enemies and robo allies shooting at each other. We have Hopscotch getting a head hit. Ooh, we've already cracked the head. It's gonna die if we kick it in the face. And there we go. Needs 4 rolls 6, needs 4 rolls 9. Lovely. Lots of... Look at that. Critical on LRMs. It's being punctured through. We're breaching armor on that archer. It's not going to be around for much longer. And it falls. Boom. Here we have the kick to the face, hopefully. It is not. It is to the right torso. We tried. We tried. Alright, they are at 66%. We've still got a lot of killing to do. A lot of killing. A lot of killing. There we go. Our first mech is crossed. We are on their side of the river now. Woe to them. And of course, you know, let's double check. We're good. Oh, it's prone. Boo. Skip movement. You're fine. Now, Hopscotch actually has room to shoot now. 2, 3, 4. Nope. And the hand does have options. Sadly, that Locust is there blocking a direct, like, jump punch strategy onto that Warhammer. And we don't necessarily want to just... Yeah, that archer is not going to be around much longer. I think we do, in fact, jump 3 here. No. We gotta jump 4. Get behind that Warhammer. Try to shoot it. Archer gets up and falls. No surprise. You got a gun. What can you shoot at? You can shoot at that Warhammer. So let's shoot at that Warhammer. Oh, but only with your left arm gun. Eh, whatever. Alright. Pardon me. I don't know why I'm yelling so much. Alright. Gordana. What do you shoot at? Quite literally the only thing you can see, which is that Locust. Left leg. Shoot at the right leg. We want salvage. If I remember right, main reason we took this contract was the amount of salvage we could possibly get. Laser spam! Done. Alright, and obviously Edith has the obvious. Just keeps lobbing missiles at the missile thing. Alright, allies do some shooting and hit. If gun misses, enemies hit. Our allied crusader is still has armor but not doing great. Rifleman the same situation. Gordana misses. Alright, Hopscotch is finally taking a little bit of damage. Would have been a critical, but rerolled with edge. Watch edge remaining. Scroll, 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 scroll. Lots of misses. We're doing alright. But we also, in return, do get 2 rear torso locations hit, so that's nice. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. There we go. Leg blown off that archer. I think that's going to basically... Right torso destroyed. Left torso basically gone as well. We're, I think, going to ignore it and assume it's going to be abandoned for salvage pretty soon here. Left leg destroyed. Booyah. So we have 2 units that are prone. Princess is probably going to keep trying to stand. Pilots will keep taking hits and either going to blow themselves up or be abandoned. You got a gun, you know where you're going. Gordana, you know where you're going. This way. Alright, and we are going to have to find new missiles. Yep, see, courage abandoned. Right there. Locust is still prone, so it tried to stand up. I mean, everything's in long range zone. Edith is where she wants to be. Very simple strategy. You just stand and shoot. Now that is the Warhammer our gun was going after. Oh. We can jump there and get behind it again. But I don't like that. I don't like that at all. There is that Lightwoods with smoke behind that Shadowhawk. But that is also... Nope, that is a jump of 3. That's what I want. Boom. Oh, the enemy Firestarter is still around. Alright. Destroyed by ejection. Oh, that look is destroyed by pilot death. 6 total hits. Okay, yeah. Great. So, it just didn't display. Oh, no, there it is. Oh, it was this... It was a different locust. Okay. Alright, who are we at here? Gordana, what can you see? You can see nap time with PPC. It's a 12, but whatever. Your gun, what can you see? You can actually only see that fire starter. But it's blocked by woods. Alright, never mind. You have no targets. Hopscotch, can't actually see that Warhammer. I misjudged. It hadn't moved yet. So your choices are the Warhammer you didn't want to shoot, but now you have to. Alright, done. Edith can shoot whatever she wants. Because she can always do indirect fire. But we're going to do that Ostrock. Blam blam. Done. Alright, see what happens. Alright, we have critical hit on upper leg, heat sink from medium lasers from Hopscotch. We're doing alright here. That Warhammer returns fire on Hopscotch and misses with absolutely everything. Edith, aka Tall Tail, does connect into the center torso rear and right torso rear, knocking out a large laser of that Ostrock. That is nice. I didn't even realize we're shooting the rear. So that's handy. And a bunch of other stuff happens. Nobody falls. Kick in. Or... no. Hasn't had a head kick. Okay, that left leg is weak. We do want to kick. I was thinking about punching. But there we go. Yep, see? Section destroyed. We destroyed the leg. That's what we wanted. And it falls. Right arm. There we go. One total hit. We're doing... see? That's why you kick instead of punch sometimes. You get rid of a leg, and particularly against Princess. Princess will just keep trying to stand until she murders her own pilots. More often than not. Alright, get her gun. You... our basic is just gonna do that. Yep. Edith, you're done. You just stand still. You never have to move again. Hopscotch. I think wants to... well, hold on. We want to view the longbow, weapons, missiles. Oh no, the Ostrock is one hex out. Oh, that would have been... we should have looked. Because that's in the rear. But we're going to have Hopscotch come back. Yep. And get that. There we go. Warhammer blacks out. Alright. That's going to be gone. And ally rifleman blacks out, but that's fine. Our ally's been taking the brunt of it, but we don't care. Alright, get her gun. Alright, just fire 2 PPCs in that Ostrock on 12. Yep, you're gonna try. That's what you got. But no, instead, we are gonna overheat and unload into the rear. From Sherry and Edith as her pick of targets, and it is going to be that Warhammer. Done. Gordana is also going to take a random shot at that Ostrock, and there we go. Alright, that Ostrock misses your gun. Your gun misses that Ostrock. People keep shooting at our ally, the rifleman that is unconscious. Alright, allied Ostrock shoots at the nap time, the javelin. Knocks off the right torso. Excellent. Our friend Hopscotch. There it is. Standard gyro and engine hit. Firing from the rear on the medium laser. So we have open rear torsos on the center and left. We got a gyro and an engine. That is crippled. That is probably going to be abandoned, and that is salvage right there. Okay, Edith shooting. Hits with one LRM-20. I gotta swap out for LRM-15s for ammo efficiency on that thing. I mean, we did pack it full of ammo, but just a reminder. Alright, the javelin was destroyed, and the Ostrock falls over. Loses its left arm. Damage to head. 1 internal left on the head. Oi. Yeah, Hopscotch is at 16. Heat does not shut down. That would have been bad. They are at 40%. We are so close. We are so close. Get a gun. Let's get you out of the water. It's not bath time anymore. Okay, that Ostrock just did a little zoopy-doop spin, which tells me I think it, and it's a sprint. It sprinted to stand up. Oh boy. Edith, you're not gonna move. You're going after that Warhammer that just showed you its butt. Edith, not Edith, Gordana, go forward. And Hopscotch. Hopscotch has been absolutely demolishing this game. I mean, just jumping between all these woods and smoke. Just jump, laser blast, jump, laser blast. That's essentially what's happening here. Just makes me want to ditch the PPC for more heat sinks, honestly. Well, come to think of it, you know what's lighter than a PPC and more heat efficient in a way? Just a large laser. And if we can strap a couple of extra heat sinks for swapping out 2 damage, I honestly think that's going to put us in a better position. Here we go. Yeah, see, that Ostrock just kept trying to stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, and did eventually succeed on a sprint. But your gun can shoot at it. .68 on a cluster. Yeah, I think we're just shooting the LB-10 at it, cluster, because if we connect, that thing is so open right now. Oh, it's silly. 1 structure left on the head, so who knows. Here, we are 6 over without firing any weapons, so I think we're going to... We are in the back of the Shadowhawk that is untouched. Yeah, we're just going to avoid the shutdown check. And we are going to missile the crap out of that Warhammer. Gordana. We are... Oh, that Warhammer. We're going to blast out that right leg on that Warhammer. Because if we can get both legs off, it's going to be abandoned the moment anybody wakes up. Done. Overheat a smidge. Oh, I forgot about the glancing. -3. Oh. Oh, I forgot to look at everything else. Hold on. That's my bad. You can go back and go around and report shooting. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. So there's the sad result there. Hopscotch does get a head hit from the rear. We are definitely punching from there now. Oh, we are not in the rear. We're in the right side table on that Warhammer. Oh, well. That's 12 and... Ooh, only 6 missiles. Gross. And... miss with everything. Everything from Gordana. Essentially slipping... Oh, did I just skip physical? Because I was looking at the round report. I did, didn't I? Oh, brain fart. Alright, 37. Crap. We could have double punched into the head of that Shadowhawk. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Edith. Not Edith. Gordana, you are going to try to walk up right to that Warhammer. I know you. I know what you're going to try to do. Meanwhile, Hopscotch, you're going to jump behind that Warhammer. There we go. Locust destroyed by pilot death trying to stand. Boom. Alright, your gun. Let's see if you can redeem yourself. Yeah, you'll be firing all the stuff at it. All the stuff. Because this is quite likely the last turn. Hence, way alpha striking into the back of that Warhammer. Way overdoing it, but that's what we're doing. Is that an enemy fire starter still? Yeah, it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, hold on. Yes. That is missiles, missiles, secondary target. L the lasers into there. Edith finally gets to turn and missile something, not missile, laser something to death. Not just missiles. In the meantime, we have medium laser, medium laser, medium laser, medium laser, SRM6, and then a whole bunch of machine guns into that Warhammer. Done. I already saw it go into mobile with no gyros. It's, you know, spoilers, but alright, got a gun. PPC hits, PPC hits, LB10 knocks off the large laser, but that might be the one that's already been damaged. Oh, hit everything. We don't hit the head for one. We needed to hit the head for one. It had one structure left. Alright. And the Warhammer does tear into Gordana and her Battlemaster, but that thing has not taken a hit yet. Hopscotch. PPC, 10 damage, center torso rear. It's open. Left torso rear. It's open. Left arm, right torso rear, armor remaining. Left torso rear, 8 structure remaining. We have opened up those torsos. We are going to, if that thing is still standing, we're going to, oh, it's not going to be still standing because here we go. Ammo explosion, machine gun. It's done. It's gone. It's destroyed. Salvage lost. And then Gordana overheats, pummeling into it, but that's going to be victory. That's victory right there. I'm even going to call it a decisive victory because them seeing their last remaining like efficient mech blowing up in a machine gun ammo explosion, that's the way to go. There we go. Well, I mean, Ostrog doesn't have any ammo, so that's fine. Needs 8+ to avoid shutdown, rolls 8. Yes. Alright, go to the pause screen here. We ended with them at 24.87. Let's pull that back up here. Yeah, MegaMek. 24.87 BV. We just got it. We just got it. Alright, let's pull up to Mech HQ. I control the field, for sure. We are practically undamaged, yes. No hits, yes. No, that fire starter, that Ostrog did not escape. I'm gonna say nothing escaped. There's no possible way. Alright. And we want money. We want money because we are trying to save up for a dropship. That's all we want. Alright. Yeah, 72. No, we're fine. 69. We're good. Alright. Next. Captured. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now, alright. Obviously, that archer has to go to Edith. Because she's been popping out. The javelin was them. Warhammer number 2. That's the one that exploded. I'm going to give that to... I mean, that was Edith. Edith was the one who exploded it. I don't know about the pilot. The Stinger... I think that was their gun. Crusader was their gun. Pilot, I have no idea. Okay, we did have 2 random pilots abandon a bunch of random stuff. The Javelin was our allies, I know that. One of the Locusts was our allies. One of the Locusts, I'm definitely going to... I mean, right now, Hopscotch is nothing, and Hopscotch definitely deserves some stuff. So we're going to give her 3. There we go. Done. Yeah, we destroyed and we did that. We're doing awesome. That was a decisive victory. Let's go. Confirm. Boom. All right, everybody. It is 7:46. Now, we're going to wrap up here, and then we're going to do something a little bit special. So we are going to advance days. Let's get our boys back. Oh, they're already back. Excellent. Repair. Done. Fantastic. All right, we are... Boom. We are good with this. So I'm going to put up a pause screen. And I'm going to come back and we're going to do something special. No, it's not Mech Commander. For anybody curious. I still got to get that going. I know, I'm behind. People are probably interested. But Mech Commander will happen eventually. But I just got to sit down and do it. Alright. So, we're going to save. We're going to make sure we don't lose anything. Boom. And then I am going to pull up. Dude. Some of these things are jams. Some of these things really are jams. I don't know why I have to resize this every single time I freaking open this thing. Am I in the right version of it too? Yep, the beat. Yep. All right. So we're starting with this here. We're gonna put up game options. We're gonna load Iliad. All right. So what I want to do right now is do a MegaMek playtest, and we're going to talk about actual games and some real life strategy stuff. So upcoming next month is, as I mentioned earlier today, the Crossroads tournament, and I have some list ideas that I need to practice. And so we are going to do a practice match. I know it's not the campaign, but I don't know. It's something different. It's still MegaMek. The title of this is Monday Night MegaMek. Not Monday Night MegaMek, not Monday Night Mercenary Mech HQ. So right now, this is my current idea for what to bring to the Crossroads, as you can see from Mech Bay here. Also, I hate how every time I do this, it changes things. We want... Is it advanced? No. Yeah. Hold on. Drawings, bigger style, drawing up forced in performance mode. General. They adjusted stuff. Alright. Unit display name. Color scheme. Default game system. Tags. Classic BattleTech. Yeah. Total Warfare. That's what we're still using. Center panel. There it is. I want the artwork. Install update. No. I want the artwork. I know people like having the charts in the middle, but I'm of the opinion I want the picture in the middle so that if I'm shuffling through sheets, I know what the mech is. I think you save more time by having the sheet with the picture and a separate cluster hit thing than you do having the cluster hits on every single sheet. I hate it. It just looks better to have the mech on the sheet. I have very strong opinions on this, but so the tournament is you have 2 lists of 7,000 BV, and you can use either or for a mission. And it's decided on the tournament. It's rounds 5. Now, if you notice, the lower one is 7,053. That is because Stormbird battle armor in Mech Bay is calculated based on the rules, but on the master unit list, the record sheet for them, the official battle value is less than if you just calculated it. It is about 30 to 50 BV less. So at a 3.5, it says 750. It's actually 706 on the mull. So this list is fine, and this list says it's exact, but it's actually a little under by mull standards. So, but I think it's cool that it's exactly 7,000. Now, I have used the Jade Phoenix a lot. I've used Stormbirds a lot. I love the Howler 4. Salamanders are sweet. I have never used a Black Lantern F, ever. Black Lantern on the second list. I love the Black Lantern D. I love Stormbirds. I love the Howler. I love my Cougar Prime. I've never used a Crossbow C. And I want to play with one of these. I think it'd be more interesting for some people to see and for me to test out list number 1, the Jade Phoenix C, Black Lantern F, and so on. So, the whole sort of point of this is their mission structures are... There's broadly 2 mission types. There's sort of the kill-focused missions and then the objective-focused missions. And for the kill-focused missions, that's where List A comes in. And the objective missions is where List B comes in. Where List A is a lot of doom, a lot of power, with very optimized battle armor, and secondary battle armor for objective control and secondary defense. So this is going to be pretty sweet. Right, the Jade Phoenix, let's pop up the stats here. I don't know why it says damage return 39, because its maximum damage output is, ATM 12 high explosives. If they all hit, that's 36 each, 72 right there, 12 each for the SRMs. Then 2 ER medium, so 12, 24 to the 72. That's 96 plus 14. You'll have 110 damage potential, right, at close range. Not even including the talons. So that number is a lie. Average damage per turn over 10 turn engagement, accounting for heat and ammo limits. Nah, that's a lie. Fuck you. I mean, F you. Pardon my language. Right, then we have the Black Lantern F. Now this thing... It's 5 meaning pulse lasers. This tournament has a pulse limit of 40. So you can't have a total damage of more than 40 pulse lasers. And this thing right here by itself is 35. So I don't have any more pulse than this on this list. Stormbird battle armor. These things are wonderful. They're battle armor with 14 health each. Alright, 5 guys. They each have an AP Gauss rifle and they each have an SRM-3 with 4 shots. So that is effectively 5 AP Gauss rifles and an SRM-15 on something that doesn't pay for attack or movement modifiers. Mind you, it only has a jump of 2. But if they're investing energy in killing this, then you're already ahead. It does, and the other important thing, it has magnetic clamps. There are battle armor that have more SRMs. There are battle armor that have more jump. But they don't always have AP Gauss and SRMs and mag clamps. Also, these are flame resistant, so they can't be killed off by infernos. It is kind of silly that they're like anything more optimized for firepower is way easier to kill. The Howler 4, I love this little guy. It's very stupid because he only has an LRM-5. Why am I bringing something that only has an LRM-5? Because a 5.3 is 506 BV for a 7.11.7, and guess what? Even though it's not an Omni, those Stormbirds have mag clamps. They can latch onto the Howler. And while magnetically clamped battle armor lowers its walking movement by 1, making it a 6.9, it does not affect jump. It still jumps 7. This thing is a wonderful little battle armor carrier. It is a wonderful little guy to run up and punch and charge and DFA. And then very importantly, if you look at his sheet, what's in the torsos? Jump jets. No engines. Nada. Heat sinks in the feet. Like, it has some crit padding. You can take off a torso and it's still fine. It'll still have jump 4. Like, this thing is way more durable than it should be for 20 tons. 97. It's got max armor for 20 tons, standard engines. Like, it is harder to remove than you think. And again, it's one of those things of if they're investing time and energy into killing it, you are putting yourself ahead. And if they kill it, you don't care. And if they don't do anything about it, it runs up and starts punching them in the face or claiming objectives. It is a nuisance, and it is a very little investment. It is a wonderful little guy. Now, on Team B. Well, you know what? We'll cover Team B probably on another night, but because we are going to try out Team A, because it might be more interesting to watch those mechanics. So, I'm going to slide that over a little bit so I can see the list. Boom. All right. Add a combat unit. We are actually going to go through some actual just MegaMek here now. So we're going to grab all of that. Jade. Phoenix C. Select. Excellent. Did that pop him in? Yes. Perfect. All right, we want the F. That's the one with the pulse, right? That is the one with the pulse. All right, select. Perfect. Then we have the Howler 4. My favorite little guy. Select. We want the Stormbird Battle Armor, the Jade Falcon variant. And Salamander. Salamander Battle Armor, Squad 5. Select. Close. Now, they are going to be given completely random piloting and gunnery. So we want our Jade Phoenix C to be piloting 4 because it has talents. Black Lantern F is in fact going to be a 4-5. 5-3. Stormbirds are 5. There we go. And Salamanders are 3-3. And if you look, ooh, it does come out to 7,000. Oh yeah, 7,000. No, because this is not the mall. Anyway, yeah, exactly 7,000. Perfect. Select map. Alright, I wish there was a random, because we do want map width 2. We want 2 maps set up like this, long edge to long edge, because that is generally how all maps are going to be assembled. I will pop off on the left side. Let's do the left side. I want left side. And I'm just going to go ahead and pick something I can... Grasslands, open terrain, Pantandrift. Alright. We want a map that I recognize. I mean, honestly, I can't go wrong with just a solid BattleTech. And random map, Rolling Hills number 2. I don't recognize what this is, but that's going to be on the right side. And can I rotate it? No, we're good. That's fine. Alright, select units. Now, very importantly, I want different camo. And I forget how to do that. Oh, there we go. That button. Great. We are Clan Jade Falcon. We want Clan Jade Falcon camo. There we go. Draconic Keshik. Or Gamma Epsilon. I think Epsilon ends up looking cool. Yeah, look at that. Alright. Add a bot. Princess. Now the thing is, I want to get a feel of what how these units behave. I know Princess is not going to be the best sort of example of an enemy here. So, alright, we want introduced BV 40,000, max 4. We want max 6. BV 4,000, 8,000. No, we want 7,000 minimum, and we'll give them a big wiggle room for a handicap of 1,500. And we are playing combined arms, so let's actually do 4 mechs, 2 vehicles, 1 BA. Tap review with the introduced. No, introduced 152, and we'll do a little later. All right, so we can avoid some of the other stuff here. Okay, roll. What do we got? Total BV 7,300. Cool. Add all. All right, this is all base BV, so this isn't going to include skills, but let's see what happens. 7,764. Great. I am going to try to start the game here. Deploy. Load onto. There we go. Load onto the Howler. And the Salamanders, I am going to load onto the Black Lantern. Yes. Great. Alright, start any. We want to deploy We want to deploy on the west. We have them deploy on the east. Fantastic. All right. And I don't even know what they have. We're going to play this. Maybe have their battle armor loaded onto whatever can load them. There we go. Great. And we should be all set. Let's double check victory conditions. Destroy enemy BV. We'll call it 90%. We don't need 100%. Okay, done. All right, resize this back up. All right, we don't need the nameplate stuff. Well, we do actually. So let's fix this. See if we can get. Oh, there we go. Yeah, get them into position so you can see the little health bars. All right, so this is where we'll have some sort of advanced tactical discussion, because this is supposed to be represent like real play. All right, initial report done. Don't care. All right. So they deploy the bulldog and everything first. Take a look at what our thoughts here are. So we don't necessarily know where they're going to deploy and what we're going to do here. I think easily enough we can deploy our Howler first. It's going to have jump 7. I think jumping it immediately to there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bang, right there. We get jump immediately first turn here. Which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, let's do. Right, we want to jump there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right there. So we're gonna go 1 up. Gonna jump there to there. Then we can jump up in here and deploy the battle armor in these hills, or turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Probably there. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, probably there, and move up in this direction. Deploy them here. We want these battle armor in these woods or in these areas, depending on where they go. But this is a good first position to jump this battle, the Howler here, and start engaging. So now the Howler, because it can go anywhere. Did not know you could right click to select sides either. I'm always learning so much about MegaMek from these. Yes! Huh! Did not know you can just drag them. Yep. I was so intense into this that I didn't really know what's going on. Yeah. So here we are. Alright. So the Howler is their first deployment, getting in position, planning it ahead on where it goes. Now the Black Lantern. Alright, what do? They put their heavy units up in this area, and that's going to force them either to climb directly over the hill and be very slow, or go through this channel. Well, that puts them in an upper position. I think we are pretty safe to put the Lantern going, again, down this way, into these woods, or down and then up into here. So I'm going to put the Lantern, that's the Jade Phoenix, I want the Lantern. Lantern goes right there, zoop-de-doop. Easy peasy. Alright, and they have concentrated all of their forces on the upper right. And I think, quite honestly, now, normally in alien matches and things, you're going to be deploying on the full hex on the edge. So I've still been doing that because that's my practice. Technically, I set up for 3 hexes along the edge, but I'm going to pretend I didn't do that. I think the Jade Phoenix is going to want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, go 6, jump 5, and play around from there. So that's a good start. Deploy. All right. We lost initiative, important to note. But we have a plan that we can just immediately engage in. So we're going to jump the Howler there. See where they move. Okay, they're sending some of the units along the upper here for some reason, which I think is kind of silly. But all right. And I mean, ooh, we don't need a mass to get there, but we can just go there. Or honestly, I like that. So with 1 turn, right? So this guy's a 7-11. Now I think for speed purposes, right? Obviously in MegaMek you see the numbers, you see the turns here, and then that speeds things up a lot, trying to make the presentation better. But for moving mechs around, it's very important to both A, know your TMM brackets, right? So 3, 5, 7, 10, 18. If you see like what the 26 or 28, whatever the heck the next one is, like what are you playing? What are you doing? You should be asking questions. But your primary ones, 3, 5, 7, 10. If you hit 18, maybe you should also be asking questions if you're playing combined arms. But in any case, what will speed up your movement is understanding how to hit those brackets, how many turns and adjustments you can make to still hit those brackets, right? So the black lane here is a 7-11. If it's running and makes one turn, that's a 10 hex movement, and that is a TMM4. Very simple. Like, obviously I could think, oh, maybe I'll go into woods, maybe I'll do this, maybe that. No. TMM4 is great. Right? In most games now, also, just a note, these all have random gunnery and piloting. I don't actually know what the gunnery and piloting are. Okay, so that Night Stalker is a 3-5 with a chain whip, ER small, lance, and a bunch of re-engineered. Okay. The Gauntlet is a 3-6 with a heavy PPC Thunderbolt 10. That could be kind of scaring. Ocelot 4-5, ER large, 2 heavy mediums. Okay, an ECM. Followed by a good old Dragon with a Gauss at 4-5, a Bulldog at 4-5. This is not an intimidating force. It really is not. But again, I'm just trying to get a handle of things here. So most importantly, this Black Lantern, I have never actually played with it because I don't want to bring something with that stupid amount of pulse and that kind of movement, right? Like, I want to have friends when I play in person, but now I'm looking at this thing for a tournament and 5 pulse lasers on a 7.11.7 with all of this. Like, it is obviously we're going to fire the light machine gun arrays, and then right, we have 5 times 4, 20, heat build up 2. Like, we're fine. We'll build up a little bit of heat. There we go. Because we're not going to build up heat every turn. All right. Now, the important thing here is we have ATM 12s. And yes, standard, don't care. Extended range is where it's at. Extended range, look, all of a sudden they're in medium range. Versus standard, they're in long. So the number is going to be a lot better. Notice how I'm hitting on 11s versus I would not be able to hit there. Hi, Chatter. You joining us? And honestly, ooh, 12s. I still don't like 12s, but we're gonna make some pot shots on. Is the Ocelot that has something? ER large, 2 heavy mediums versus the Night Stalker. Yeah, I think the Night Stalker is the thing I at least want to try to deal some damage to. Done. And obviously, Howler. It is a gunnery 5. It's in the torso. It has passengers. It just can't even shoot. We're done. Game Meister. Thank you for joining us, by the way, if you're still here. Oh, look, can I give you a little heart react? I'm still learning some of the interactions and stuff. Because I'm so happy that I get as many VOD watches as I do. All you VOD watchers out there who have me on in the background while you're doing something. First of all, I hope you're doing something you love. I hope you're doing well at it. If you're painting minis, may your primer never come off randomly. May your paints like not dry when you on your palette. I hope you're just. I wish you the best. If you have me on the background, whatever you're doing with these like nice jams, you're awesome. I hope you're doing awesome. I hope you're like, whatever project, whatever creativity, whatever thing you're doing, I hope it's awesome. And like full 4 PPCs of awesome. 4 whole PPCs of awesome. But in the meantime, yeah, because I love how many VOD views I get. If you're watching the VOD, tell me what you do. Tell me what you do while you listen to this, while you watch this. Let me know. Do you paint? Do you do homework? Do you just relax? Keep me real. All right, here we go. Now we actually have to make decisions because our enemy is moved out and engaged. They've claimed this hill for some reason, and I'm not overly concerned by it. Jade Phoenix, we're going to save to still probably move last, right? Because we've already made a plan for the Howler. We haven't seen all of the moves they've made. It looks like we won initiative. They moved the Dragon and the Bulldog. I think for the Howler, what we're going to want to do is we are going to want to jump 7 here, and that means we can jump into these woods and drop off the Stormbirds. The Howler needs to live to drop off the Stormbirds, and after that is just extra. Alright, so we're going to do that. Alright, now I'm not worried about this helicopter with 2 ER small lasers and a tag. By the way, VTOLs are not allowed at the tournament. VTOLs have been banned for a long time. They break so many rules. They make so many like game mechanics and functions that it is just absurd. Now, this Black Lantern is definitely more aggressive than the D. The D is more of a utility piece that goes where it wants and does where it wants. And in which case, if I want initiative, I do want to see what they do first before I move it. Because it can mask it behind you and medium laser you to death in the butt. I think jumping onto this level 2 gives me partial cover from the Dragon and the Bulldog. He jumped, he ran. Night Stalker hasn't moved yet, but the Night Stalker is an 812. I don't think... I guess technically the Jade Phoenix could have jumped into this Heavy Woods, which may have been better than the Howler, because the Howler could have moved there and still gone forwards, but hindsight, that's fine. Because, you know what? It is a jump 5 assault mech. They're mostly going to miss, and whenever they connect, you know, they're not going to connect with all their guns. It's got plenty of armor. All right. Now, the Black Lantern, here's the fun part. It can go where it wants. And ouchies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, that's 10 hexes with a mask right into the rear of that gauntlet. Oh, and what does the gauntlet have? The heavy PPC? I don't like the heavy PPC being around. 5, 8, 2. We usually get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Base 8s. The pulse is shooting on 6s into the rear. That's gross. We're doing it. Yep. Alright, we use the mask. Now, we have to choose targets here. So we are still on extended range. That means this dragon is at short. Let's check the hexes here. We are range 8. A is not the good number. 6 is the good number for... There we go, 6. That gauntlet is in a very bad spot. We are not playing with clan honor. So, standard ATMs, if you look, right? They have a minimum range of 4, a short range of 9. Right? So 5 or 6 hexes. Yeah, 6 hexes is the golden spot for where you want to use your standards, because it means they're in short range. Oh no, hold on. Those are range brackets. That's for extended. Hold on. There we go. Standard 1 through 5, right? So at 5 hexes, oh no, 5 hexes is the golden, 6 isn't. 6 is still medium range for them, and going to be medium range for high explosive. Do the numbers... Yeah, the numbers will be the same. Still 13, so somehow. Nope, now we're down to 11s. But with extended range, you're down to 9s. Much better odds. 5, and there's going to be same odds there. So yeah, we're going to continue with extended range because 9s are a lot better than 11s. Standard, and also ER mediums. Blam, blam. We're going to overheat by 1, but that's fine. Done. Oh, I forgot to put Infernos on the Jade Phoenix. That's a very important thing. But here we go. Black Lantern, first of all, we're going to go damage high-low, because we want the high stuff to go forward. And here's the next question. Systems. All weapons. Can we off? Yes. We want them off. There we go. Next turn off. Ah, okay. Important to see. That's why I'm doing this to gain familiarity, because you can turn them off next turn. So now I'm still off. See, next turn off. Now I'm still operating with them on, which you know what is fine. We are just gonna right-click weapons, Alpha Strike, and then Howler can't do anything. But let's also double check. I just realized that the Black Lantern has all arm guns. Excellent. So that means those salamanders that are on him don't affect his shooting ability whatsoever. But also means, here's the weakness of the Black Lantern. Its arms do not have much armor. It does not have a lot of armor. And so this thing risks losing all of its guns pretty easily. I don't like that. That's going to be something to consider here for the future. All right, but in any case, Howler can't shoot Stellar 5, so we're done. All right. Enemy misses with all of its shots, except for a few. Yeah. What did I just say? What did I literally just say? Gauss rifle into the right arm on 10, rolls 11, 15 damage, goes internal, 7 left. That's the right arm. That's the one with all of the lasers. Okay, I think I know why. I'm going to have to drop that right there. Now I'm dropping that Black Lantern. This is why you practice and look at things. Yep. Yeah, because it loses its right arm, it loses all of its lasers, and it's worthless. You paid all that BV for 5 medium pulse lasers, and then now they're gone. So, yeah. Like, as deadly as this thing is, because we'll watch and we'll see if it like does something nasty here in a second. But here we go. Here it is. Right leg, right torso, opened up, critical hit on mask, and then rolls 2, rolls 4, machine gun array, miss. Yeah. Like this is clear. This is a bad sign. Okay, heavy BC does hit the Jade Phoenix. Needs 8 rolls, 8 hits, right torso, 11 armor remaining, but that's okay. All right. We will kick, bang. All right, misses. It doesn't fall. Great. All right. So yeah, we have a total of 22 health. Like let's pull this up. Let's pull up the mech base sheet here. Let's take a look at that Black Lantern and why. Yeah, left arm 13, right arm 13, internal 9 and 9, versus torso 16, 16, legs 22. And you know the Black Lantern has got 83%. That's a decent amount. It's not, obviously it's not optimum, the maximum. But if you're 7'11", 83%, on a medium, it's pretty durable. But I'll tell you from all my experience running Black Lanterns, I run the D a lot. My friends make fun of me for running the D and certain other units a lot. But if you'll notice, this thing has SRMs in the torsos. Granted, it's still got mostly arm guns, but if it loses, the other thing is the arm guns are evenly spread on the left arm and the right arm. Look at the F. 5 medium pulse in the right arm. I think that might make it unplayable. Light active probe, meh. Mask, fine. I mean, light machine gun arrays, light machine gun, 246, 1 damage. Like, ideally, the medium pulse opens something up and the machine guns get the crits. But you can do that with the D just fine, right? You open up with a medium pulse and the ER small, then you have 4 machine guns and 2 SRM6s. You can pop in Infernos. I think I can't. The F, because of how weak the armor is, like 13. Look at that. They did not go max armor and invested armor. Like, yeah, 22 in the legs, 16 in the torsos. Oi. Yeah, its upper body is under armored. Its legs are good. And that's the important part, because it's got to move. But this is why we play. Yeah, either the F That is just such a huge weakness on the F. Just right there. Right arm, 5 medium pulse lasers. It's so concentrated. I mean, it would basically mean I'm always putting my opponents on the left side. Always putting on the left side. But, alright. We gotta move. We gotta do stuff. Alright. We are jumping. We are jumping. We're gonna wait for them to move, honestly. Oh, we can't. I think we lost initiative, so we gotta figure something out. And I do think the first move we make is jumping there and unloading. Done. Alright. And the AI is clearly moved ahead. It's trying to react to the Stormbirds having effectively no real TMM and being an easy target, so they're ganging up. That is a bad thing to do, and it's definitely something we can take advantage of. Oh, look, the dragon. Oh, are you baiting me? I want to kick it in the face, but I'm not going to. I am, however... That is a jump of 4? Yeah, that is a jump of 4. Push the bulldog to the rear. I don't like that. Do face this direction. Puts the Night Stalker to my rear. Don't like that either. But the Night Stalker is the Chain Whip, ER Small, Lance, Re-Engineers 1, 2, 3. That puts me at long range and medium range. Base gunnery 3. It ran 5. I'm going to have TMM. Not as much as I would like. Ugh. I do think the better option, honestly, is to go there. This way I can kick the bulldog and shoot 3 hex, short range, high explosives into the dragon. That's what we're going to do. Alright, Black Lantern. It did use its mask last turn, so I don't want to use the mask again. But it still has 11 movement. So its options, as you can see... And now granted, this is mask range, right? So non-mask range is a bit more limited. Right, I got to mask, that's a TM, that's 5 plus to go there. I don't like that. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hexes gets me there. Nobody in my rear. Everybody is on my... Well, the dragon's going to be on the right side. Everybody else is in my front. That puts me in a good position to get behind people and react next turn. So there we go. That's fine. Alright. Jade Phoenix is tagged. That's fine. Alright. So... Oh, maybe I should have faced... Well, they moved stuff. I don't know what's going on here. So, the whole plan is to shoot high explosive into the rear of that dragon. On 9s. 4 gunner skill, 3 attacker jumped. Alright. And here's the thing. All previous times I've used this Jade Phoenix C in competitive lists, I had it as a 3 gunnery. And by switching back to the Black Lantern D, saves me a few hundred BV, which I can probably put into bringing the Jade Phoenix again as gunnery 3. I like bringing it as piloting 4 because it does have talons and kicks for 26. But I'm looking at this right here. A 9 is 28%. An 8 is 40%. And when you're trying to make the most of your high explosives in the rear here, that is a huge difference. That is game altering impact. So people who there are other content creators, I know I'm very tiny, who talk about how gunnery upgrades are not worth it, right? If you look at the flat math, all right, in optimal situations, a gunnery upgrade is going to increase your accuracy by, like I was just saying, all right? If you go from the best change is from an 8 to a 7, or from a 7 to a 6. Each bracket change is going to increase your accuracy by about 16%, right? So at max, at peak effectiveness, an increases gunnery is a 20% BV increase for a 16% increase hit. And on the surface, if you don't think about it, that's not worth the investment. However, that assumes stagnance that assumes that your actions don't affect the state of the game, right? But if you understand that this is a medium that records actions, that actions early on in the game affect actions and outcomes in the future, sure, that 16%, isn't going to pay off, but hitting right now with those ATM 12s in the rear versus not hitting, that 16% chance, all right, for multiple guns, can make or break the game right now, right? Can open up those rear torso locations or make them more vulnerable for the Black Lantern to turn around and hit later on. Okay, so sure, that at max 16%, or here going from 28 to 40 or something, right? You're looking at a 13% increase for 20%. But the actions, that difference, that if it happens on earlier in the game, if you make the impact, it suddenly pushes you over the hump, right? Yes, that 16% makes a difference now. Like, it's only 16% now, right? But if I hit now where I hadn't hit, and I get, say, an engine, or I get an ammo explosion, or I get something, that means I have make that target easier to hit because it can't move as far, right? I knock it over because I dealt damage. Now it can't move. Its TMM is lower. That means all of a sudden I can potentially have, a 30% chance increase all of a sudden, right? Hitting versus not hitting, changing the state of the game means it is absolutely worth increasing the gunnery on select units. Not everything, but certain things. And yes, I will shoot the SRMs instead of the ER mediums, because we'll see what happens. Because if I do the cluster nasty dance, it's going to be great. I am in the side. I'm going to shoot a bunch of crap into this bulldog, because I want crit chances or like whatever into that bulldog on the side arc. There we go. Done. The Howler can actually shoot. Shoot the Ocelot with the LRM-5, Howler. Do it. And here we go. We did get a hit with the high explosive ammo. Ooh, but ECM provoke modes. 5 high explosive missiles hit. That's a low roll, but that is still 15 damage. So we got 5 to left torso rear, 5 to left arm, 5 to the right arm. Needs 9 as well, 7. But see, that is a left torso rear hit. 3 armor remaining. And SRM needs 9 muzzle, 4 missiles, left torso, center torso, right torso, center torso. We are blasting the rear out. And we have 1 armor left of the left torso rear. The Dragon's going to have rear armor. And sure, I didn't hit it that hard, but I did hit it. And no, needs 9, needs 12, needs 9, roll 7. Like, we were just on the line here. Needs 9, rolls 8. If I had increased the gunnery, that SRM would have hit. And see how there's 1 armor remaining in the left torso rear right here? That could have been a crit. That could have been ammo. That could have killed that unit right now. And that would have been worth the 20% more. We got 1 hit against us. We got a bunch of other stuff happening. We do connect to the Bulldog. Motive system. Crew stun for 1 turn. This is why vehicles... crew stun for 2 turns. And this is why vehicles are... Mechs are king. Mechs are king. And then we do get hit in the left leg by the copter. Okay. We do get hit with the heavy PPC in the left torso. The passenger voice damage, 1 armor remaining. Okay. We got to deal with that gauntlet. That heavy PPC is the one thing on this board that's kind of scary. But let's get that kick. Bam. Howler, double punch. Double monkey punch on 8s, yes. Bow. We do get the kick on the turret. 26 damage. Hardened armor takes half damage, 13. Oh, that is a hardened armor bulldog. Okay. That's interesting to note. Alright, done. Now the game state is going to change dramatically. I forgot that Black Lantern had the salamanders. I should have dropped off the salamanders in here. That would be a good spot to do it, because they would have been sheltered from vision from these units, but it's too late. Did I win initiative? I actually have to pay attention to that now. I lost initiative. Alright. And this is where Stormbirds, you jump there. That's a good spot for you. They work as a beautiful initiative sync. Alright. Howler, what can you do? I kind of want to see what other things do first before I move you. Alright. I think Black Lantern is going to want to mask and get up into the rear of something. It really wants to get into the rear of that dragon, but the dragon hasn't moved yet. Howler, I think you want to jump there. I know it's only 6. No. Yeah, you'll jump 6 to there. You'll be behind partial cover, and you can jump and do something next turn if we win initiative. Oh, and the dragon took the bait. Okie dokie. Alright. Jump 4. Jump 5. That's still technically the rear of the dragon. But it's on the line. We wouldn't be able to see it. So, okay. No to that. The gauntlet. Right. The gauntlet is what I want to have die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Nope. Can't do that. We will. Yeah. We're going to jump 5 there. Well, it puts it at 4 hexes. Alright. We have options. But I think we want to move the Black Lantern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We want it 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Now that does put things in our rear, and I don't like that. The blah blah blah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's still not enjoyable. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Woods there kind of mess things up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7x's put things in our rear. I don't like having rear, but I also have one torso that's kind of open. We're gonna Jade Phoenix at first. See where people go. I want the gauntlet to die. I don't want to gamble the Jade Phoenix, although you can walk there. No, there's no way to build a TMM and get there. I think my best bet is, in fact, jumping there. It also let it jump? Yes, it does. It can get behind me. But I have flippy arms, so it doesn't matter. And they have battle armor that's there. I don't care about their battle armor. Auto rifle, blah, blah, blah. Their Night Stalker can move a bunch. Hasn't moved yet. And has some stuff on it. Alright. Maybe we want to get rid of that gauntlet. We want it in 3 hexes away for short range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are going to run. We're going to run. We're going to do that. Now that dragon has got so much damage to the rear. We kind of have to go after it. Even if it exposes our rear. This thing's heavy PPC is in the right arm. It can't get at us. That's the one gun I'm afraid of. This Ocelot 4-5 jumping, that puts it at base 7, 3 TMM. That's 10s. I'm comfortable with this risk. I'm comfortable with this risk. As long as the mask doesn't fail, we're good. Alright, mask failure. Yeah, we're fine. Alright. And so, with strategy here, obviously, Black Lantern's going into the rear of that dragon. And we have the arrays off because we want to get as many torso hits as possible. Boom. Alpha strike. I still have the salamanders on me. Honestly, it's their blade of armor. They're like 500 BV for blade of armor on that Lanner. It's not the worst thing in the world to have not unloaded them. But here we go. Here we have the Stormbirds. I want to go after that gauntlet. The important thing is I first want to go after that gauntlet with my high explosives. You have 8s, would have been 7s. I think I have to invest the gunnery and swap out. It's just clearly, I think clearly more optimized. And we're going to the rear. We're gonna get cluster here. So we're gonna put this thing in cluster hell. Black Lantern. Yep, obviously weapons, alpha strike into that dragon. Done. Howler is going to, I don't know, do something. I don't know that nice Saga chase thing. Howler. Yeah, we're gonna continue on to the pile onto the gauntlet here. And yeah, shooting on 5s. Beautiful. Beautiful. Blast the crap out of that thing. And here we go. And it's dead. Never mind. It's literally dead with the first ATM-12 shot. All of this effort to shoot at the gauntlet. And it dies with literally the first shot. Although, no, up in the right hand here, suddenly my my Jade Phoenix is prone. I don't know what knocked it prone. I don't like that. Let's continue on. ATM-12, I mean... Alright, ER large, right arm, that's fine. Gauss rifle, left torso. Ow, that hurts. That procs the PSR. Here we go. Medium pulse, left torso, 8 internal, right torso rear, 13, right arm, right torso rear, 6, left, right torso rear, and that's a light machine. Oh, okay, so the medium pulses open some stuff up. We are not getting any criticals here, even though we're hitting stuff. So that's just... Alright, we sucked up all of our crit luck on that single ATM-12 shot. Okay, the Howler gets hit with some stuff, but who cares? It's the Howler. Yep, the 4 troopers are hit. Auto rifle, 4 troopers are hit. Anti-personnel Gauss rifle. Alright, 2 troopers hit with their guns, so we only get 2 shots. SRM needs 5 rolls, 4 misses. Alright, heavy PPC to left torso. Armor destroyed. Critical hit. And we needs 5 rolls full. I'm rolling so many 4s! What the heck? Alright. Alright, Dragon Falls, that's fine. This is annoying. How many 4s can I freaking... roll a thing? But hey, look, it's prone. It's next to me. I can actually double punch it. Heck yeah. There we go. Oop, we got a kick into the Howler. That sucks. What is... Needs 9, rolls 10. Okay. I'm in jump 6 woods. Alright, 3, 4. Right? Okay, -2 for kick. It's like, how is he even doing that? Alright. Left torso rear kick from the Ocelot 3. Yep. Yeah, so my dice haven't been too kind to me. I lost initiative again. This is just like real life, where I can never real initiative. All right. Stormbirds, you are my initiative sync, and I think I want you closer to the Jade Phoenix right now. Jade Phoenix, you can't get up and jump, sadly. I can get into those woods. That seems like the best option, but I want to save you for a little bit later. Howler. Nothing's moved yet. Alright, I think we need to try to bait with the Jade Phoenix here. Face this way. Stuff can get behind. You have some open torso, but you have also damaged front torso. And we have flippy arms. So, yep, we're going to do that. Need a 3. Done. Alright, okay. I think the Howler is gonna do... Possibly gonna jump behind the Jade Phoenix? No. The Night Stalker, Chain Whip, ER Small. It's the, ooh, where even is it? What happened to the Gauntlet abandoned itself? Oh, we killed the Gauntlet. We killed the Gauntlet with the first ATM 12 shot. I'm like, the Gauntlet, we gotta get rid of the heavy PPC, but the heavy PPC is gone. So we're fine. We are going to, yeah, we're gonna jump 5 behind that Night Stalker and try to jump, like, double punch it in the butt. That's the goal. Double punch butt the Night Stalker. And the Lander's is gonna get behind the dragon again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, it's a 5. But there, 12. 2, 3, 4. I mean, we can. We have to risk it. Now, Iliad games normally play with a point of edge. It's not MegaMek edge. I mean, it kind of is MegaMek edge. It's defensive. We allow reroll. And in which case, I would not have used it yet. And so I would, most likely, do something like that. And try to 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Try to build a TMM to get here. Or here. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. And that is still... Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dang it. Not quite. Not quite. Although, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't see it. All right, no, we're doing that, and we're unloading. We're unloading there. Done. Mask of 5 or higher. Looks like we're good. And nobody took the bait of Jade Phoenix, except for maybe the scout helicopter. So I think we're going to position. All right. So far, my luck on MegaMek has been kind of crap, rolling 4s when I need 5s. So, you know, that's been kind of sucky. All right. We need 5, roll 6, succeeds. Great. That was a gamble, but we did it anyway. And that dragon, I mean, we're going to, yeah, we're going to Alpha Strike again into the back of that thing because, yeah. Done. We just need to proc some crits on that thing, and it is toast. We have 4 hexes the night. 4 hexes is the best spot to be in against the Jade Phoenix C, because it is medium range for everything but the ER mediums. Or no, it's short range for the extended and standard ATMs, but 1 minimum, and that's annoying. What guns does that Bulldog have? Large chemical laser, machine gun, and double SRM 4s in the turret. It is hardened. It's 1000 BV. And what does that Night Stalker have? That's the Chain Whip, ER Small, Lance, and re-engineered lasers with a Gunnery 3, Gunnery 4. I think that Night Stalker is what should be targeted down here. And standards will be on 9s. Again, 9s, they'll be on 8s. With, hate it. But that dragon, I don't want to invest too many rounds of that dragon because the Black Lantern's going to deal with it. Alright. Let's deal some damage to that Night Stalker. Standard ATMs and ER mediums. Done. Howler. Fire into the rear. Stormbirds. What is the Ocelot? What is the Ocelot? ER large, 2 heavy mediums. I don't like that. Ocelot. Ocelot, you need to die. Weapons, Alpha Strike. There we go. Okay, please, Black Laner, do something. Okay, destroy the left arm. Alright. Okay. Yep. Nope. There we go. Double engine crits, finally, with that very last light machine gun. And that dragon hit with the Gauss. Got a crit in the left torso with its MRM. Lost an engine and an SRM-6. That's annoying. Gauss rifles are strong. Alright, ER medium, ATM-12, ATM-12. A bunch of misses here. Stormbirds. We lost one Stormbird to the enemy Longinus battle armor. Night Stalker falls. Our Jade Phoenix stands. Done. Howler. Well, he was going to double punch in the rear of the Night Stalker, but it fell, so we're going to kick it instead. Boom. Kick. And we missed. Alright. Stuff have gained some heat, but... And we lost initiative again! Oi! This is annoying. Alright, Stormbirds. I'm not ready for you to move. Alright, Salamanders. You jump there. At the very least, you can deal something potentially nasty to that Bulldog. Alright. Jade Phoenix, I want you to go somewhere a little bit safe. And that is going to be... What level is that, actually? Level 2? That's level 3. You will have partial cover from anything over there. In minimum range of that dragon. And it can't kick you. So there you go. The Ocelot is going in position to try to do something to Jade Phoenix. Black Laner, you need to cool off your mask. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, yeah, you've gained some heat. Yeah. You can still see the Ocelot. Can you go there? No. You can go. Here's 612. No, the dragon can see you. Alright, alright. Cowardly move. The dragon can still see you somehow. You're on the line. Oh, you're not on the line. The line actually goes this way. Suck. Ugh. Alright. I'm just trying to find a sheltered spot, but the Bulldog can still meet me from there. I don't like that. 1, 2, 3. But the Bulldog... Large chemical laser is the problem. Alright, alright. There. I think there's a bunch with the Black Laner to do at the moment to be actually safe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. You are 6. Oh, right. You're 6, 9. And then the 12 is for the mask, which you don't want to use. Okay. Ocelot is there. It has an ER large, 2 heavy mediums. Oh, I do not want to be a target of those. Alright. Where is the Gauss? The Gauss is in the right arm. Torso twist, right arm. Can still shoot me. Alright. Nice Stalker hasn't moved yet. Alright, we need to move something else. We need to move something else. We can worry about that Black Lantern later. But for the moment, I think we have to move this Howler. We're going to move it behind that dragon at 4 jump for Team M2. And it's a bait. I know, it's Princess. It's not... It's easier and more difficult to bait. But also, I gotta do something. I gotta move something. Stormbirds. Alright, let's jump you. Let's jump you next to the Bulldog. You can range of just about everything from there. They move their battle armor to counter. Night Stalker hasn't moved yet because we keep losing initiative. I'd love to go there, but I cannot. Alright, I think there. Oh. What is it? Night Stalker's prone, can't jump, and it is an 8-12. It can move pretty far. Alright, I think I do not want to be the victim of those heavy mediums. Let's give that dragon in its dying breath. No, we're going here. We're going here. And putting it in our front. We're just going to do that. If the Bulldog kills the Lantern, Bulldog kills the Lantern. I don't want to sit here and agonize over the move. Alright. Jade Phoenix. You want to deal with that dragon. You want to finally eliminate that dragon. Boom, high explosive, and high explosive. Boom, we lost that. And we've taken an engine hit, so we're getting some heat. We're just going to do the high explosive. We don't want to do anything silly this turn. We will pulse that Bulldog. With that and the machine guns. Done. Done. Howler. Rear of the dragon. And now we have the Stormbirds. I don't like the Ocelot. Really don't like the Ocelot right now with its double heavy medium lasers. Night Stalker is not doing great. The Salamanders can do something nasty. And I think we will actually use our one-shot SRMs there. And Stormbirds. Yeah, go after the Ocelot. Go after the Ocelot. I don't want to invest too much killing that dragon. And shooting on 7, that's fine. Alpha Strike, do it. Oh, I thought I already did the Salamanders. Salamanders. Alpha Strike. Into the Night Stalker. Done. Oh, I gotta get done. That's why. Alright. Here we go. We have both ATMs, high explosive on 7s, miss. Needs rolls 3 and 5. Wow. Okay. Stupid. Alright. Large chemical element, blah, 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 blah. Lots of text. The Bulldog's immobile. Night Stalker is going after the Salamander. Salamanders are fine. Howler. Okay. We do get an SRM4. The Bulldog is going after the Black Lantern. Connects with an SRM4. We get an engine critical. That sucks. Stormbirds do connect with the SRM3. Hits with a bunch of missiles. Scout Helicopter hits the Howler. Salamander also hits the Night Stalker with flamers. Yes. Gains a bunch more heat. Deals some damage. Yada yada. We lose 1 trooper to the Longinus battle armor. Alright. Done. Howler. Double punch the dragon. I'm like sitting here, I don't want to invest too much into the dragon. And then whiff. Okay, that was a bad move on my part. Alright, I finally win initiative. Isn't this lovely? Dragon doesn't do shit. Pardon my language. I mean, at this point, Salamanders are going to jump onto the dragon and probably just swarm it and end up killing it. That's fine. Ocelot retreats there. Alright. Jade Phoenix. And towards the twist is going to be out of the right arm Gauss rifle, and that's the only thing I care about. Can you walk there? No. you're going to jump there. And you're going to try to murder that ocelot. Done. The Night Stalker goes there, but... Yep, Stormbirds can deal with whatever the crap is over here. I forgot that Night Stalker can move. That was my bad. Howler. You should jump over here. It has no rear. Its right leg is damaged. Jump 3. Be a distraction. Lanner, you go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bam. Puts you in your left. There we go. Yes. Alright, and the Stormbirds. Jump there. And you can shoot the AP at the dragon. Great. Done. Alright, done. Alright. Jade Phoenix. High explosive. High explosive. SRM. We're going to overheat. We're going to overheat by a bunch into the rear of that ocelot. Alright. Lanner. Alpha Strike. Into that Night Stalker. Blam. Done. Howler. Night Stalker. Stormbird. We have one shot of the SRMs left. We're not going to use it here. We're going to fire the AP Goss into the dragon. Done. And the salamanders are going to swarm the dragon on 4. Done. And that will eventually kill the dragon. I can just ignore it. There we go. Heavies hit. Not roll. Needs 9 rolled 9. Needs 9 rolls 9. Of course. I am very upset at the dice rolls that my enemy is getting here today. Yep. Needs 8 rolls 4. Needs 8 rolls 7. Miss, miss, miss. SRMs do hit though. Connect. Ocelot is taking some nasty damage. Okay. It's not nothing, but... Alright, Lanner. He hits with all the pulse. Not a single crit. Machine guns. Alright, alright. Here, Smalls. Stormbirds. Swarm. He's forward. Yes! The dragon is swarmed. Excellent. Physicals. Kick. Yes. Kick. Yes. There we go. Need 6 rolls 5. My goodness, my dice are terrible. MegaMek, what are you doing to me? Takes 4 to the right leg. See, I wanted the right leg. 2 internal remaining, no critical. But it does fall. 3 damage, gives us get an engine crit on itself. Like, I'm going to win this. 15 oh, because it took engines. Oh. Alright. Like, I've used this list in a tournament before, and it's done well. But right now, my Jade Phoenix is almost lost his right torso and almost lost his left torso. The Black Lanner has engine hits in the left torso. Look at this. Concentration of damage there. That's obnoxious. Right arm, left torso only. Ugh. Those Gauss rifle hits early on really, really mess things up. Okay. Alright. We've got Howler to move. Howler. Stormbirds. Alright, we're actually going to move the Jade Phoenix first and sort of use it as bait. I think jump 3 into Heavy Woods, right, is the same as jumping 5 into Light Woods. Less heat. I put this to my back so I can't be physical from the rear. And I have more rear armor anyway. Boom. There we go. Night Stalker's prone. Hasn't moved yet. Salamanders. I mean, more options. Expulsion. No, it's good movement. There we go. They just stay swarmed. They're fine. There we go. All done. Ocelot. Great. Moved there. Howler. Jump. Get behind that Ocelot. Because it's got... Yeah. Yeah, get behind that Ocelot. Boom. Do it. Black Lantern. Wants to deal with that Night Stalker. Stormbird. Stormbirds, you're fine to jump there. And Lantern. Can you go there without team 5 plus? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, we're risking it. We're risking it for the biscuit. And we're good. We're good. Alright. Jade Phoenix. And what might be one of your last possible turns. Same for everybody else. Alright. We need to get rid of the Ocelot and the Night Stalker. And if they go down, like, we're calling a victory here. Alright. That Ocelot's got nothing in the rear. Alright, Howler. Fire. Salamanders. Attack Swarmed Mech. Done. Black Lantern. Which is with more BV. 631 currently versus 800. There we go. Ocelot. A Jade Phoenix. Alright. +1 heat. -1 target move. Yeah, we're still shooting on 11s with high... That doesn't seem right. Target in front of us. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for heat. And they're in light woods. 11s. Yep. Versus also 11s because I'm shooting through the woods. Alright. Well, we're doing it anyway. Done. Lantern, you've got better numbers in theory. Ugh. But this is worth more BV. You're going to shoot at it. And we're not doing shutdown numbers of heat. Although, maybe we should have shot at the Night Stalker. Hold on. We're going to shoot at the Night Stalker because the Stormbirds can get at the Ocelot. And it is slightly better. Nope. Not shutdown levels of heat. Alright, and Stormbird's Alpha Strike on the Ocelot. There we go. And Gauss Rifle on the Howler. Yes! They shot the Howler on the turn that was most likely for them to possibly kill something else. I am fine with this. Dragon destroyed by engine destruction. Ended swarm attack. Fantastic. Alright, ATM 12s miss. Medium pulses. 2 of them. Yep. Okay. Howler's dead anyway. Done. Kick. Yes. Misses his kick. E8 rolls 5. The dice are really doing me in something nasty here. And I would finally win an initiative again. Alright. Alright. Salamanders. Go kill that tank. Night Stalker runs away. Okay, Stormbirds. You still have AP Goss. Go do it. There's only 2 of you left, yeah. Jade Phoenix, go here. You can kick that Night Stalker and try to deal some damage to it. Do it. And Lantern, you need to kill that Ocelot. That's what you need to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. Done. Done. Alright. ATM 12. High. Oh, why are you in standard? You want high? Oh, I'm out of high explosive now. Oh. Oh, freaking great. Whatever. Lanner. Alpha Strike. 17 over. Yes. Do it. Stormbirds. Do it. And actually, yeah. Alpha Strike on the Night Stalker. Done. Alright, Lanner is okay. Phoenix misses. Lanner does kill the Ocelot. Great. And Gauss Rifle. Yep. Salamanders do destroy the leg of that Night Stalker. I think I'm safe. Destroy both legs. Yeah, it's out. Okay. They've lost all their mechs. It's just that Bulldog. We don't shut down. I'm going to call that victory there, but yes, 14%. That is victory. That was not the performance of these units I was hoping for. I mean, dice sucked, but it was a randomly generated op 4, right? It should have been way more in my favor. Just some things to consider. So there we go. That is a play-by-play narrative of, you know, a competitive list on, you know, random enemy double map deathmatch. So, and yeah, with that, it is 9 o'clock, and I'm going to call it. So, I'm practicing for some tournaments. I'm going to be going to practicing for some other stuff, local competitive play, trying out lists. If you enjoyed the play-by-play kind of demonstration there, let me know in the VODs in the comments. If you want to see more of it, please let me know. If you want me to stick to the campaign and getting that little forward, please also let me know. If you do actually really like the play-by-plays, it's something I can actually, because I already have the MegaMek stuff set up, and I can more easily stream and do over again. And honestly, that is probably something I will do anyway, because I want to practice and play out some more of the list construction stuff. So, for those of you who watch live, thank you for joining. The few dedicated fans here. For those of you who watch the VODs, again, thank you so much. I hope you are doing something great, being very productive. I hope your minis come out amazing. I hope you have great luck in your games. You know, if you're rolling a loot box, if you're playing your own MegaMek, if you're doing whatever, like, may your dice always roll 12s. And with that, we're signing off.